Good afternoon and welcome to this week's edition of the Mayor's Message from here at the Latrobe Council Chambers. I particularly should mention today's weather. What a fantastic day it is and how great it is to be out enjoying the sunshine for those who have been able to. But I do encourage people when they're out and about, particularly when they're in their cars, to take care. The road statistics are terrible for this time of year. It's really unfortunate that so many serious injuries and deaths have been experienced, particularly for those families and those directly impacted. So for our community, please take care. For those listening more widely, please drive with the conditions of the road foremost at the front of mind, and be aware of all those around you as well. Having said that, to another form of transport, I've been asked to provide an update on the Wild Mersey mountain bike trail, so that I shall do. Officially, we're at the halfway point for the trail build. 54 kilometres of trails have been constructed out of the total of 100 kilometres that are expected to be completed, both in the Latrobe and Kentish municipalities. By the end of the year, we're planning on opening an additional 30 kilometres of new trails for the public to enjoy, so that should be a really great outcome for those to experience over the Christmas holidays in particular, and full credit to Chris Clark and the contractors who are working on that project. Council has received a lot of interest from event organisers who are looking to or wanting to use the trails to host various events, which is great, that's encouraging. One event that has been secured is around the Tasmania Gravity Enduro Series early next year. That event is expected to bring at least 150 competitors and their families and their support crew over 2 days to both the Kentish and Latrobe municipalities, so a good start in terms of events. Interestingly, if I can get that out, early readings from the trail counters suggest that over a 12-month period, more than 30,000 sets of wheels will ride the trails in Warrawee. So that's fantastic, and Council expects that this number will grow once interstate travellers are allowed back into the state. And if you're wondering, trail counters are buried underground and detect the metal on people's bikes. Even those with carbon bikes have metal components. So we understand that the accounts are accurate and reflective of what's happening up at Warrawee, and really builds on a great picture for Council and those who have invested so heavily in providing those trails. Another issue for me to mention is that the next ordinary meeting of Council will be held on Monday, September the 14th, 2020 at 5 p.m. here in the Council Chambers. And as a reminder that due to COVID-19 restrictions, a limited number of people are allowed to attend. So please, if you are interested in attending the meeting, RSVP to Council on 64264444 so we can accommodate those people who wish to attend and put in place all those requirements that are necessary. And just on COVID-19, I attended a meeting last night of Council's COVID-19 committee. Really positive group, very representative of the broad cross-section of our community, from education through to sporting groups, industry and the likes, and the health sector particularly. It's great that those people are contributing to that committee. And really positive vibe despite the threat that COVID-19 provides us all. The vibe is very positive that people are taking on these personal sanitation habits and the social distancing requirements, and it's becoming part and parcel of what we do every day. Particularly being led by young people in our schools who have adopted these, the washing of the hands and so forth, as part of what they now do every day. So hopefully that leadership from our youth is impacting on families at home, and we'll see a really strong follow through in compliance with those COVID-19 restrictions and regimes that will prevent the spread of the dreaded disease here in Tasmania. Finally, I think it's entirely appropriate to mention Jeffrey, the local rooster who's been such a presence on social media. And I think to reflect on Jeffrey's presence here in our community is not inappropriate. It's been wonderful to see the way that people have embraced Jeffrey, not because he's a rooster or because he's a novelty, but because it's something that's light-hearted, something that brings a bit of joy to people. And despite the fact that Jeffrey is now enjoying a new habitat, hopefully enjoying a new habitat, it's still great to reflect on how he interacted with the community and the community with him. I think it's a wonderful reflection on Latrobe that we are able to embrace animals and novelties so easily, and to take them into our thoughts and minds, and to understand just what a positive impact animals can have in our lives. So fantastic that Jeffrey's now out there roaming a chook yard with some friends, but also it's nice to reflect on the impact he's had, and hopefully we'll continue to have going forward. That being said, we'll end today's Mayor's message on a very positive note, and thanks again for listening.